Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, your tarot reading for the week ahead. Don't be surprised if you find yourself getting stuck in your head a little bit. Again, shock horror Virgo. I know this is a big surprise. You'd never be guilty of that, would you? But in all seriousness, just really go easy on yourself this week. And that was a message that I gave Taurus as well. So there's probably a bit of a running theme in the earth signs. Be sure to check out that video if you want some more explanation around that. But as we open with the Page of Swords, that's very often there's a sense of walking in one direction, but thinking we should perhaps go in another. You may find that you're second guessing yourself a little bit this week. I don't feel that that's entirely necessary. Again, that's not a kind of criticism. It may be an inevitable part. If you do find yourself doing that, again, really, really important that you're not too hard on yourself and think, why am I doing this? And give yourself a telling off. It's absolutely not the point. Just look at it with a sense of curiosity, look at it with a sense of ease and think, okay, maybe I am just a little bit worried, a little bit of anxiety rushing around here, but that's okay. There's some important decisions to be made. There's some important things happening, or I feel that I'm in a bit of a dead end and I'm not sure what's coming up next. And again, that's absolutely fine. Just go easy. Don't necessarily try to put the pedal to the metal too much or try to drive things forward too quickly. You've got the Eight of Swords, the Lord of Shortened Force as well. So that in combination with the Page of Swords, it's kind of arguably the same message. But these feelings that you're feeling a bit stuck, don't quite know how to move forward with things, not quite sure of the best option, the best choice, the best exit plan. You can see with the Eight of Swords, she's kind of got herself in knots and found herself a little bit bound. That's a really good way to summarize the week ahead, just feeling that we're getting ourselves into knots occasionally. If that is happening, really good idea just to jot things down, just allow things to be put onto paper, particularly if you find that there's a lot of thoughts swirling around, which there's likely to be, because of a lot of this air. The element of air with all of the swords relating to thoughts, ideas, and anxieties. But it's not, I don't necessarily feel that this is going to keep you up all night, or it's going to be that you're biting the nail to the quick by any means. But you may find that you're just a little bit more unclear of things than you would have expected to be. It will come as a bit of a surprise. You think, I don't know why I'm suddenly worrying about this thing. Normally it's okay. Those things are likely to bubble up here. It's interesting because you have with the Eight of Swords and and this is where things start to get good, and I'll talk about that in a moment, with the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory, but both of these have the planet of Jupiter within them, aspecting the cards. And Jupiter, as we know, is this very expansive energy. So as you're trying to expand into the next things, which again look great, as I'll speak about in a moment, that's unsurprising then that it's going to bring, the stakes are going to get a bit higher. That's the way to say it, is that because of this process of growth, because of this process of moving into the next things, you might think, I suddenly feel like I've upped the ante within my own life a little bit, and I'm not sure, is this comfortable? Do I like it? I'm not sure. Again, it's a slight internal quizzing. It's not, you're not going through existential drama. Don't worry, I don't think you're going to shave off all your hair and have a Britney moment, or you're going to feel the need to go out and buy a sports car, so we're all good. But it just might catch you slightly off guard, or slightly catch you unawares, that you're questioning things more than you'd anticipated. And it could be as simple as you're in a really great relationship, everything's going well, but suddenly you're thinking, should I be in this relationship? Is this the one for me? Is this right? It's yes, okay, note them, observe them, be aware of them, but don't place too much weight with them. Don't make your decisions this week based on anxiety. Very, very important that you listen to your intuition. I say that in part because you've got the Knight of Cups, which is 1 part Aquarius, 2 parts Pisces. And then you have, as you can see here, the blindfolded woman. So it's really important to check in with what your intuition is. Drop from your head to your heart to your belly. Anything that you can do to get yourself out of your head is going to be really invaluable. That's not the place to be making decisions at the moment. Much more heart-led. Actually, I would say much more intuitively led, which arguably is coming from the heart, but I'm much more drawn to my belly. Like, what are my gut instincts on this? What do I just feel deep down is the right thing to do? That's probably the better way to go, because your heart may even lead you a bit astray this week as well. It's a bit like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's a kind of slight sense of overwhelm, or slight sense of being intimidated. So it's more about shut up head, you're okay heart, belly, what have you got to say? And there is this kind of there is this call to be quite soft and gentle with your heart, very much what the Knight of Cups represents. So what makes you feel good? What makes you feel reassured? Is it music? Is it poetry? All of those lovely, sumptuous, nurturing things are going to be really, really great to lean into, especially when you find yourself kind of getting in your head. And I've said it once, and I'm going to say it again. Please, please, please remember to be very gentle on yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Do not give yourself a hard time this week. There's nothing to give yourself a hard time about. Again, I can almost catch you kind of saying, why am I doing that? Why am I thinking that? Just cut yourself some slack. You're absolutely fine. Because what's great is you have the 6 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, the Lord of Victory, as I said there, and the Lord of Swiftness. There are really great things. Everything kind of mentally at the beginning of the week just feels a bit of a hurdle. And in some ways it's quite unusual for me to say, but it feels like a hurdle that we shouldn't pay too much, we shouldn't give too much attention to. Very often in our lives, hurdles, obstacles, frustrations come about because they're teaching us something. This feels more just because some funky stuff's going on over there and we're just picking up on it on the radio waves, but we don't necessarily have to tune into it and think, oh, what music is it playing? And the more that we're able to do that, the more we're able to look at things dispassionately, with an objectivity, with a gentleness, with a kindness, with a mild curiosity. Just go, that's interesting. The better things will be for you, because this is a bit about, in some ways, not taking life too seriously. It's not this kind of very jester energy. It's not this clown energy of play and silliness and just buffoonery by any means, but it is more of a, well, let's see where this goes. It's light-hearted. That's the thing of it. It's light-hearted. It's not taking anything too seriously, yourself seriously. It's just seeing where things take you, doing that with a sense of curiosity and moving forward. And again, the fact that we've got the 6 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, Wands being the element of fire, about moving forward with dynamicism, with action, with creativity, with excitement. They're the things to lean into. It's not careful mental planning. It's much more doing what do we just feel called to do in a very spontaneous way. And that's, again, a very, very good message for you. What can you do that's spontaneous, playful, creative, and maybe on the surface quite brave? It's a good time to tap into your bravery. The 6 of Wands is the Jupiter in Leo. So that real expansion energy within the suit of Leo, which represents creativity, leadership, bravery, leading from the heart, outside of the things that we've said before, but courage that will overcome this Jupiter within Gemini energy, which will feel like we're between two polarities at times. And the more that we're able to do that, get in this creative, courageous place, then we move into the Lord of Swiftness, the 8 of Wands, and then we can just move forward with kind of ease and aplomb. So I hope that helps. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a full reading. If you're not sure how to find out your rising sign or your moon sign, whatever it might be, there is a link in the description for you, which will tell you how to do that. And then you can check the other videos. But until next week, have a great week and see you then. Bye for now.